Hey!
Hey!
Hello! How is everybody? Thank you for joining us. Zach, thank you so much for joining
Thanks
us.
for having me.
Does everyone out there know that yesterday was your birthday?
I had a birthday party last night, so I'm a little at half speed right now.
Perfect.
I should say.
Well, that's okay because this is just a laid-back drawing stream.
Cool.
They paid money to be here. It's
Okay,
fine.
great. I have a level of exhaustion.
How was the party last night?
Very fun. Celebrated my birth.
Nice.
Now I'm celebrating Mavrus's physical image.
Yeah. Not the birth of Mavrus, but I guess
yeah.
the perfection, kind of the culmination of Mavrus.
Yes.
Because for now, his arc is finished.
Yes.
Which is so sad. It was such a pleasure.
It was so fun. I had a great time. It's very daunting to come in at like a 12th level character. But it ended up being very fun, and I feel like it was just fun to play a sorcerer.
You nailed it.
Oh,
I want to play a sorcerer now too. It seems like so fun to just have like so many wild abilities at your command and control.
Yeah, I mean,
switch over this. So we
you
can
got
see
a lot. You got a lot you can do. I think I was like, Murph, when I was coming on to do the podcast. What's this name? Oh, look, I there's some confusion with the spelling of Mavrus, and I've only made it more confusing. I think. I had initially spelled it Mavrus, and then just never told anyone.
I think that's how I spelled it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then Murph was spelling it with an I, which is fine. I think it's in the spirit of Mavrus for it to be that chaotic.
Right. I mean, you are Mavrus the Unschooled.
Yeah.
Spelling is just kind of it doesn't matter to you.
Yeah.
You don't have to learn spells.
You
You don't use spells. You don't use spelling.
Yeah.
So how do we feel about these horns?
They're very windswept. It's very weird to describe a thing like windswept horns and not really be able to like articulate what that even means. But that's what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just it really feels like you could just, and maybe that is a thing tieflings can do. I don't know a lot about tieflings, but maybe there is some magic where you can like just sweep them back like that.
The horns are very soft. They're just like big hairs.
I mean, isn't that what horns are actually? Is they're just like, it's the
hair.
same stuff as like toenail or hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is really fun to think about.
Wow.
I'm gonna, so yeah, we gotta, I feel like you described him as Keanu Reeves a little bit.
Yeah.
So I gotta make sure I get that
I like
energy
that
across.
like kind of like surfery, like Point Break-ish vibe.
Yeah, so maybe like a little bit of like maybe a little forehead in there. What are people in the chat saying? I saw some people shouting Mr. March.
Happy birthday to your bird.
Ooh, birthday.
Happy Hatch Day. 15th Hatch Day. Wow.
Birds live for a long time. What kind of bird do you
know.
have, Shockwave? Tell me about that bird.
Yeah, people we're all talking about the spelling. Horn piercings? Question mark.
Ooh,
That's funny.
that's the fun thing about doing this on stream is we kind of get some feedback every once in a while.
Yeah.
So if you're game for a piercing, I could definitely.
Yeah.
Where would it be? Maybe at the tip, or like, is it kind of like just like right in there, and it kind of like hangs down?
Ooh, wow,
fun.
that's cool.
Yeah.
It
hurts so much. It's just there's so many nerves in there. What do you think about that? Maybe like
that's very cool.
Would there be like a little even
a little
secondary
extra
thing?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Oh my god.
I think we gotta make him like somehow more tired, but like just like he gives even less of a shit is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, like he didn't sleep because he was like trying to learn how to ollie or something.
Yeah. Does he have dragon eyes? Did we talk about that?
Ooh. Yeah, what does a tiefling have? I guess it would make sense for him to have like a little bit of a different look. Yeah.
Yeah, but like because he's a dragon. What's this specific?
Oh yeah,
dragon
it's
spawn
a draconic lineage sorcerer.
Oh yeah.
So those are like people who are somehow have like descendants of dragons, and it can be any race. So I wasn't sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, don't know quite what that means, but I like that flavor of it. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, I just wanted to make it like. I just want to make it cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got like.
The bird is a cockatiel named Squawko.
15 years. That's like, if you have a cat that lives for 15 years, like, you lucked out.
Yeah.
But like the bird, and like I don't imagine that. I feel like Squawko's like still got some like life left in him, right? Not to get morbid about your bird, but like birds live for a long time. It's great.
Well, what we know so far, she's a very good bird.
Okay.
Her name is Squawko, and this is her 15th hatch day.
What do you do for your bird's 15th hatch day?
That's a good question.
What do you do, Zach?
What do I do?
Yeah.
When it's my bird's 15th hatch day, I like to throw a huge party.
Right.
It's
at the roost.
We go to the roost. That makes perfect sense. I feel like it would just be like a Sweet 16, like that MTV show.
Oh yeah.
Where it's just like over the top, like
the bird
like
is like
kids get
making
like
a lot of
Audis and stuff.
Just massive gift baskets.
Yeah. What is Mavrus' family like?
Oh,
any siblings,
we didn't talk
deranged
about that.
uncles? You know, we didn't really get into it that much, yeah. But I felt like Mavrus, kind of. I think we maybe touched on it in the slightest bit, but like, he was definitely in school because his family wanted him to be there, and he didn't really want to do that. Like,
because all his boys had a summer house.
Yeah, his boy. I fully forgot about that. And he just sort of like, I think his parents are magic users as well. I was thinking his parents, he had like a sorcerer and a wizard for parents. And then the wizard parent was adamant went to this academy, and the sorcerer parent was like, yeah, you should go there and, teach those wizards what's what. Mm-hmm. And that's sort of the vibe. But not overly specific info on that. Where's Carl? Oh, Carl.
Struck Carl.
Yeah. Background Carl.
So much chicken, just ready to go.
Let's prep.
All right, I'm gonna shrink this down a little bit. How are we feeling about that?
That looks great. Nice. I really like it.
Thanks.
It's fun to watch you work. I mean, I just got this. I got a little drawing tablet, and it's very very fun. But it's like the learning curve of like, oh, I don't know how to lasso things, or what like what type of pin to use at all, and so just sort of guessing constantly. With very little workflow, so this is very fun to watch.
Yeah, I think that like the big thing is like learning the like shortcuts on the keyboard. That like really helps me.
Oh, cool.
Because you can kind of like once you have that down, you really can like just kind of whiz around with like Photoshop or like whatever program you're using. All right, so we gotta get to this. We gotta get to this cloak now. Because now you've got the. So I know you've got the staff, so I'm gonna like rough that in here. Mm. Maybe you're like doing a spell as we speak.
Ooh, very cool.
Yeah. Just kind of just like fuck off. All right, so we got like a hand up here. Maybe that's even like foreshortened a little bit. So we got it like big here, and then like you've got the staff coming in here. Maybe even you know what? Maybe a little grin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very sick.
I am so tempted to give this drawing sunglasses. I just wanted to say.
Horn glasses?
How would that even work?
Well, you're
the artist. Figure it out.
Obviously, you have to figure it out.
I do think like, I mean that's my favorite thing. You know, like Hellboy. I always really like that the Hellboy design, like the horns are cut off so that like it kind of looks like he's wearing goggles on his on his forehead, which is I always thought was very cool. But yeah, maybe we could figure something out there. We could just like have him like.
But also, if it's
I won't focus on the body first. Yeah.
If I could have been a guest on an earlier point in the podcast, what would where would I have wanted to go and what arc? interesting question.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a fan of the podcast. I've listened to it from day one.
That's wild. Thank you.
There's a ton of options there, right? Like, I think I'm trying to think of one of my favorite arcs. They're all good. I was just thinking of when you guys go up north. It's very fun.
Yeah, would you have wanted to play a Frostwind Dwarf?
Oh man, to play, playing like a Frostwind Dwarf or like a Gloomstalker Ranger.
Ooh.
And like the Frigid North. That's like one of those like what are they? The wolves?
The Winter Wolves.
The Winter Wolves.
Ooh.
That would have been sick. Just because it's like so survival-ish up there.
Yeah. What if you're... Hold on. I just had a thought. What if when you cast a spell, you obviously have like a certain like hand gesture you would do. What if you're just like flipping people off when you cast a spell?
That's so good.
What are your thoughts about tieflings? I'm gonna zoom this out a little bit. I realize I've just like had the canvas so small. What are your thoughts about tiefling like feet? Because I feel like some people draw them with like hooves.
Yeah.
Some people draw them with just like normal feet. I think it's very much up to interpretation.
I feel like I imagined him as like very human.
Mm-hmm.
So the hooves were like always kind of a surprise when I saw it.
Yeah.
For that. But I think there's something fun about that. I mean, like...
Well,
yeah.
How about this? You got hooves, but, like, also you're wearing sandals?
Amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we can
it still has some shoes, but
got kind of like a hoof, like, cloven foot.
Little tiny sandals.
Yeah, like goat sandals.
Yeah. Amazing.
It would be, like, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, slightly dragon-esque, almost.
Oh, those are sick.
Yeah.
But those are freaking sick, dude.
This is the only spell you learned, was a spell to make yourself sandals.
You definitely need a spell for it.
This should be more like out like this, maybe. This is always like trying to draw dynamic poses while also talking is always like the true challenge of the stream.
And also just making up anatomy for a different type of being.
Yeah. So you got your like robe coming out here. It's like flowing a little bit like this way. So what sort of clothing do you have? You got the robe. I feel like shorts underneath the robe.
Yeah, that's very sick. I was thinking of I was thinking of what he was wearing later, and I wish I had defined it a little more. Like what's the guy's name from Samurai Champloo? The Mugen, the guy.
No, Fu's the girl. Yeah.
The guy who's like, it's almost like robes but short sleeves.
Everything
is like kind of like.
It's like very rolled up?
It's very breezy and summery.
Kind of like Big Lebowski a little bit. But the Samurai Champloo is such a good reference point. Hell yeah. All right, I think I got that. I'm thinking like you've got the staff almost like out like this. It's down.
Yeah. It's like, I'm still carrying it. It's important to me, but not in this moment.
Right. Well, it's like you're channeling it. It's kind of because it's your focus. I think it's like technically what it is, but like it's kind of down here.
There's like a kind of casual nature of
I'm picturing it's like kind of like crossed behind your body like that. Like you're just using it, but like it's the focus is right here. This is what's going on.
Yeah.
All right. What are people in the chat saying? I can try and pop that out to make it bigger if you want.
Oh yeah. Maybe that would help.
There we go.
Pop out.
Oh no, pop out. Is that better?
Great. We're talking about the slippers. We got. Would you want to come back on later for a final battle? That would be cool. Carl's sandals. Hi there, gang. Sergio Salazar joining the party. Birkenstocks.
Oh yeah.
Clock.
Are they discussing what type of sandals you need to be wearing?
Oh, the cloak should have a Hawaiian shirt pattern.
Well, I think you said that the cloak had like a tribal tattoo pattern.
Yes, yeah. It was like red and gold, like with like gold tribal tattoo kind of.
That's awesome. like a no fear.
Yeah.
Like I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about. All right. It's the closed robe.
Oh, do I remember any of the stuff I talked about on the missing short rest?
Oh,
any cool things you can tell us?
Last. Did you hear that we lost that?
I heard. I forget which episode.
It was for, I think, the second episode we did. So like the one after the Hippogriff Pegasus fight.
I don't remember any specific cool things I said. I'll be honest. I'm sure it was all very cool. Everything I said, I'm sure was awesome.
It was so funny and cool.
We
were like very on task that episode.
Yeah, it was very fun to like, like when you make a character at that level and then you're jumping into like a different campaign with, I guess everyone always is like, what are the challenges we're going to face? Like you can just kind of guess, but you don't really know. And it's nice when you have a spell that you're like, oh, I definitely can use that this fight. And so it was very nice to like be able to control that like lightning worm.
Oh yeah.
And so that felt very handy.
Were you able to control it because of your draconic stuff, or was it something else?
I used a specific spell. I forget what the spell's called, but I think it was like Control Beast or something.
Oh right.
And yeah, that was very nice. Felt very cool to ride a badass worm shooting people with fire and lightning. Yeah.
So much of this arc has just been people riding worms, whether in badass ways or not.
Look, my thoughts on Starspawn. I am pretty. I think if you listen back to the podcast, there's a heavy. You can very much tell that Caldwell and Emily are very about Starspawn, and me and Jake seem a little confused.
I feel like Mavrus is just kind of like whatever though. Like Hardwan definitely hates the Starspawn, but Mavrus is like, all right.
Mavrus is, whatever floats your boat.
Right.
That's kind of Mavrus' speed on that.
We're doing worms now. Cool.
If people like the worms, great. Yeah. I think Mavrus is aggressively impartial to them.
Trying to get the right.
Yeah.
Just like I need like just the most dynamic middle finger possible here.
Yes. Wow.
It's trying to like really make it feel like it's like power is emanating from it.
How did it feel? These people have all caught up, so there's no spoilers here, right?
I imagine.
Yeah. How did it feel when Mavrus died for the short time and Bev was banished?
Oh.
It was very scary. Because like he'd been trying to banish us throughout that fight, and when I went down, I was like, I think I'll be able to be revived. And then when that happened, I was like, oh, Mavrus is fully dead. Mavrus is gone.
Yeah.
Which was, scary and sad to have just like made it to the end of this like crazy day and fight, and then for that to happen at the very end, I was like, well, that's, Mavrus had an amazing life and was really resigned to him being dead. And then
Mavrus is the sort of like college kid that you just expect to die.
So that was scary. And then it was very satisfying that there was a way out of that, because in my head I was like, oh, that's it for sure.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming back.
Man, yeah, like we had so many close calls that episode, just like across this little arc, in general. Like, because like I almost died. The episode before, I took like 2 death saving throws from that fall.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very fun. I was really appreciative as like a person coming in who isn't normally there, like as a guest, like to get to do some like very cool story stuff. Like whereas like I can see like the situation being easier if it's like your guests are doing kind of like like have you ever watched like Naruto or something?
Oh yeah,
they have, like those clearly like non-canon like
the filler arc stuff.
Filler arc. I could see that being how it went, but it was just nice to be like, oh, the like bad dudes are here. We can.
Murph's always really good about that, and it's like, I think it's especially good and very true to our characters that we're always getting caught off guard because we're like so excited to like make a new friend, but we're like, oh shit. It turns out that like I feel like Akarat is always showing up when there's like a guest, because it happened when Siobhan was on as well.
Yeah, was that when he was introduced? Or
yeah, because we had
crazy.
to like we were in Smuggler's Bounty, and like they were transporting Ulfgar in like the Soul Gym or the prison gym, and like we kind of had to deal with that, like pretty much. Oh yeah, because we were on Snot's boat, and like we would have all died if not for Siobhan.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then we found the prison gym.
That's wild. And that was a great like misdirect for like yeah, you're going on vacation and then that happens.
Yeah. It's always like the highest low stakes, like, you know, a mage battle, like a wizard's tournament feels like it's going to be very fun, but it's like, nope.
Yeah.
The devil's here.
The devil is also here.
Oh shit, the devil's here again.
How was it to play with Jake? It was so fun. I crossed paths with Emily and Murph and Caldwell at College Humor, and so I knew all of them from working there. Jake, we never worked together or anything, so but like know him by like kind of osmosis of that whole crew, and yeah, it was great. It was very fun to like have our characters just become buds immediately. It was I found that very fun.
That's one of my favorite things about like Jake and Hard One is just like he just like instantly gravitates towards like the guest, and like they're all like, I don't know, like he always just like brings out the party energy in our guests in the best way.
Very fun. Yeah, it was. This is amazing.
I
love it.
I'm trying to get this arm a little. It's always like drawing monster legs on like a person is always weird because it's just like it's like a normal knee and then like some real fucked up anatomy.
Yeah. The whole leg is going the other way too. Yeah. What are my roses and thorns of the arc?
Ooh.
Roses being
kind of getting like an impromptu short rest here.
So like roses would be just like what you loved, thorns what you hated, right?
Thorns are like even like what you loved, but you're like, I wish that had gone another way, or like I wish I had done something differently.
Well, my rose was just getting to. I mean, like truly just getting to do like a wizard tournament is just the most fun. I was like, I had talked to them in the past about maybe coming on or like whenever it made sense, and so like was going to be excited to do whatever, but just the idea of a wizard tournament is like right up my alley, and like one of my favorite things from Harry Potter is the wizard tournament. So,
absolutely.
And so like
it's when you get Victor Crumb.
Yeah, Crumb, my favorite character.
Whatever happened to Crumb?
He was there in that final battle, I think. But I guess if I had a thorn, it would be that disintegrate spell not doing more damage. I mean, it was like one of those things where it's like, I realized I could twin a spell that had a single target, and I was like, well, this is a single target thing, so I want to save this for like a cool moment.
Yeah.
And so it was very fun, but I, would have been cooler to do a lot more damage. But what else was there? I mean, it felt everything just felt fun. I feel like I could have done more fire spells. I think that felt more on brand for Mavrus.
Well, I feel like you like kind of developed, and it's hard because like you're coming in and having to like develop this character in like a very short amount of time. But like you kind of, I think you started with the fire spells, but then like the counter spell kind of became your move.
Yeah. It was very fun to be able to just participate, where it was like, oh, I've been listening to this podcast for a long time, but to be like, oh, I'm keeping people alive. So that, I mean, the counter spells were really fun. I didn't foresee that being as big of a thing as it was.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think normally when we do encounters, like it's like easier and like a little more, not more fun, but like it's just like less planning, I think, on Murph's part to be able to just like throw some like brawlers at us.
Yeah.
But I think he like really wanted to do like just a lot of like mages, and he like handled it so well. But like having you there to like be able to counterspell it was like so helpful, because otherwise we were like, I feel like we were not prepared for the amount of mages that were there.
Yeah, it felt like a really nice flavor that he like definitely honored with like really good planning. Yeah, it did feel different than the podcast has felt, just per the type of enemy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Frisbee holster? God. What is a frisbee? I mean,
what would it look? I mean, it would just be like a little bag, right?
Yeah.
I mean, hold on. Yeah, I'll just put like a little. I mean, like, did you play frisbee golf growing up? Were you a frisbee golf kid?
No, my good friends.
Mm-hmm.
My good friend and his older brothers played a lot of frisbee golf.
Yeah.
And so I went a couple of times.
Right.
Oh wow, that's perfect. And I have a friend out in LA that like goes like almost every Saturday.
Whoa.
And I was just thinking about it, and I was like, that could be fun. I would love to, just get outside and try to do it.
Definitely more fun than regular golf. I feel like it's kind of like a canteen almost, but yeah, I think that works. Hell
yeah.
Yeah, I was like at the camp I went to, people were like playing frisbee golf all the time, and it was like one of those things where it seemed fun, but I think that people were more into just like having like cool colored frisbees.
Yeah.
It was more about like the acquisition of frisbees
the collections.
And gear.
Yeah.
And like the bag and like whatnot, the frisbee satchel.
Someone just said something in here that made me think of a thing I said in the short rest that I just remembered.
Oh.
Best moment was Mavrus and Hardwin trying to tattle on Rin. We talked about like Mavrus being. I pitched Mavrus being way more chill than he actually ended up being, and we were talking about like just by the nature of the like role play at the beginning of Mavrus's introduction, like he became way more chaotic and aggressive than I meant, and it was just very funny to just kind of lean into that for some reason.
Like right off the bat, when you're just like on the raft or on the leaf with Cooter, I think Cooter or Peter.
Yeah. And
you're just like, what are you saying? Quit splashing me, dude.
Yeah, it was like, knock it off, dude. Yeah, it was just like kind of like I don't know if you've ever listened or watched like Dimension 20 stuff, like both the characters I've played on that, like Gorgug and Ricky are both like very sweet. They're all like very nice.
I love Ricky. I've finally gotten around to start. I finally finished Fantasy High.
Oh, cool!
It's so good.
Yeah, it was very fun.
That like moment at the end where like I don't want to spoil anything, where everything like works out for Gorgug.
Yeah,
it's really
very,
sweet.
Very sweet. Mm-hmm. So it was very fun to just play someone who is just can be a jerk and is like kind of annoying and like likes to be obnoxious, and so it's just like just to be as petty as possible in certain situations, like truly trying to get Rin killed, like by telling on him. Just like trying to have like the kind of like aggressive bad student energy.
Yeah. Like, but bad, but also like really good at school somehow.
Like still maybe smart. But definitely uses that to get what he wants in a like kind of a jerkish way.
Yeah, it's like the sort of thing where the teacher is just like, if you just applied yourself.
And it's like, you'd love that, wouldn't you?
Yes.
It's like.
Make my job
How
so much
lame!
easier.
You care so much about teaching me.
Why do you?
It's like for whatever reason he was like that.
Just like I feel like my wife has like stories about like the kids at her school like making the teachers cry just for fun, and it's just like people are so mean to teachers for no reason.
This this is looking amazing.
Oh, thank you. A lot of fun. I think I'm gonna.
That staff is so cool.
Yeah, I thought it should be like I needed to put like a gnarled crystal in there, and I figured I don't know if this is how you described it or not, but I was kind of pictured with like kind of like a black oak or like an ash wood.
I think
kind
I
of
did
thing.
say it was a black staff with a crystal. Like this is.
I mean, you gotta have a crystal in there, but like I picture kind of like like gnarled around it.
It's the staff of power. If you've
in the in the player's guide or in the DM's guide. That's awesome.
It does some really cool shit that I didn't even do.
How does it? So is this like when you are a sorcerer? Do you just get to pick something like that, or is this like an item that you're like, I think it'd be cool to have this? Murph was like, yes, absolutely.
Well, yeah. When I was trying to make the character Murph, I didn't have any magical items, and Murph was like, you can take some magical. Yeah, like he like offered that up.
Yeah, I guess
and
like
then helped me pick some stuff.
That's great because I mean like we were. This should be like a bathrobe. Because because we were already like pretty high level and had like our own like magical items. So it's only fair.
I think that makes sense, especially if like, you know, dropping into a campaign where y'all already have a bunch of magical stuff. It's like, yeah, why not? And just give me some other stuff.
Yeah. All right, so we got to get the pattern on this, and I think I might kind of do like a pass train to like. Oh, also, we need to like have. What I feel like this is the counter spell happening right here.
Yes.
This has got to be. So it's just kind of like, what does the counter spell look like? Is it like a shield, or is it like?
There's like, yeah, maybe like.
The energy's kind of like coming up from here.
Like a dulling kind of like. I don't know how to describe a dulling energy.
I feel like it makes kind of like a wow noise. It's like a backwards noise.
Yeah.
It's just like a big.
It's the prank of spells, right?
Yeah, it's absolutely a prank. Maybe it's just like a bigger middle finger.
Yeah.
Just like a spectral middle finger.
Oh, perfect.
Let me see if I can make this even like. I'll shrink it down a little more.
Between Ricky, Gorgug, and Mavrus, have you gained any preferences as to playing magical, non-magical, or somewhere in between characters? I think I've always been drawn to the more like martial characters, just because like
it's fun to whack people,
whacking people for sure. But I think like it's been growing on me playing more magical characters and like wanting to just like understand that a little better. Like, I think it was the thing that I always thought was like daunting, and I like with like my home game play a monk, and then Gorgug is a barbarian and stuff, and like the simplicity of that. But like I think that I've always appreciated what just how straightforward it is. But like I also feel like there is creativity in that. It's not necessary like your moves are. You can, it's D&D, so you can do anything. And
right.
I've never really felt limited by that. But playing Mavrus was just really fun. Like, I think, like, spellcasters in general are very cool. But I think overall, probably am more interested in playing martial characters.
Yeah. I feel like Paladin is very fun. Because you do get, like, just enough spellcasting in there. Mm-hmm. And then, I haven't gotten very far in Unsleeping City yet, but like what domain or oath I guess is
he's Oath of Devotion.
Oh, okay. I don't know much about that one.
It's like I think basically he's like it's very like protection oriented, I feel like. There's a lot of like it's way less shenanigansy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I think it's I don't want to say boring, but like what the spells he gets are all like protection from good and evil and that kind of thing. So like it's really about like supporting the party and helping people. And I found it very fun to like play that type of character too. It's a little bit of a different flavor than just straight up martial,
Yeah. Because you do have to be like kind of thinking about like how you can support in addition to, and it's tricky because like a lot of those spells are like concentration, so you're kind of having to like manage that, which I know really we are bad about.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I know. I get it. I mean, like I always forget about it. But yeah, like a lot of concentration spells. So like that, and then like ending up smiting a good bit, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
It's gonna be like coming out of the ground, and then it's like out of a portal here or something like that, and I think there's gonna be just like a point of like pure light emanating off of the like.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I love it.
It's hard because it like looks like the middle finger, or it like looks like you're pointing.
Someone said the staff is like the S you draw on the back of a school bus. It sort of looks like a Stussy S. Yeah.
So cool.
Stussy S staff.
This is a wondrous item.
What am I playing in my home game? The home game I play a monk. We were playing 3.5 and we recently transitioned to 5e just because it's like every time we'd get back in it to play, truly, speaking for myself, would be completely lost, completely having forgotten how to play 3.5. And so we eventually just made the choice to just like, let's just all play the same system always. And I play a monk that, I forget exactly, because changing to 5e, we've only played once since we did that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a pretty straightforward monk, whatever like pretty much the standard monk is. But he's a human who got bit by a werewolf.
Ooh.
And through the arc of the campaign was able to control his werewolf side. So he's like a hybrid wolf form. And it's been very fun just to be like a wolf man.
But you're like under control.
Yeah.
Like, is it moon based or?
Yes, the moon is where, yeah, like when it's a full moon, he would become a wolf. If he had now he's always a wolf whenever he wants. Like he can fully control it.
Ooh.
So it's like I can revert back to human or just be a wolf like always.
It's kind of like a polymorph or like a fungal form or something like that.
Yeah, I would say it's like fungal form.
Ooh,
I think it's like we looked it up and there was like kind of a werewolf class, like maybe like similar to how Hard One was vampire or whatever. So like I think I took a level or two of that as well. So it's like actually kind of a multi-class.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm still having trouble figuring out what I want this enormous middle finger to be doing.
Difference between Murph as a DM versus Murph as a fellow player in D20.
Sorry to put you on the spot with all these questions, but you're doing a great job.
I'm happy to chat about. It's what would be the biggest difference? I think it's fun. It's fun to see Murph as a player because, you know, listening to Nadpod, he's so clearly just like trying his best to deal with the shenanigans. And so it's fun to see him when he gets excited about an idea on Dimension 20 and goes for like a more shenanigansy move.
Well, because he his characters on Dimension 20 thus far have been like real, just like little. I mean, they've been like literal goblins.
Yes.
They've been like literal like tricksters
creatures.
And goblins, and like creatures that love like gobbling trash.
Yeah. And so it's been fun. Yeah, it's always fun when he's like getting into like the silliness. He, you know, like knows the game very well, so it's like I appreciate having him in our party because it's like
it's always fun. Like
he's always got some good stuff up his sleeve. But yeah, I think that's the biggest difference is watching him get to like let his hair down a little bit. Yeah.
Cut loose.
Yeah,
definitely. All right. I think what I'm doing here is I'm creating kind of like I'm picturing it kind of like, you know, like a Doctor Strange-esque like grid that floats in the air.
Cool.
But it is also just a giant middle finger. So it's kind of just like burning. So maybe you know what? Yeah, we got like a triangle there.
Cool.
Just like some straight up alchemy, I think.
I love it.
Thank you.
Future for Mavrus and Carl. So Mavrus now has his own
You're a professor,
place. Right? Yeah, he's a professor. He lives in the king's quarters of the castle. And what's he? Oh, I think he and Carl are probably better friends now that they don't live together. That was maybe straining their friendship a little.
That's great. I'm really happy for them.
You know, they can hang. Like, he's a solid dude, you know? Like, why wouldn't they be buds? This is such a cool grid.
Thank you. I'm trying to devise it on the fly, but I love like I love, you know, bullshit spell grids. Yeah. Put some like things like there. I'm gonna make it a little smaller. I feel like the entire drawing process is just like slowly shrinking things.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do people in the chat think? Do they have any other suggestions for like stuff to include?
Any other suggestions?
Oh, here we go. This is what this needs. It needs to be like balanced.
What is the first course Mavrus is teaching? I think it's probably something like a class on shenanigans, right? Yeah, like where it's about like kind of like pranking people, but also that it entails like counterspelling.
Yeah. You're like the defense against the dark arts teacher.
Yeah. Like people coming into the classroom and Mavrus being late for the class he teaches and coming in and yelling, "The assignment is bring me back proof that you have pranked somebody in this castle," and then leaving.
A wizard should be able to procure a sandwich at any time. Yes. Your task.
Give me... Get an ice cream cone to the other side of the desert. Yeah.
And then I will eat it to make sure that it is yummy.
These are your... treat these eggs like your babies. Bring them back at the end of the week. They come back at the end of the week. I fully forgot I asked you to do that.
I just bought too many eggs.
The letter C. What is the letter C?
The letter C.
Captain C. Oh, yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
oh my gosh,
yeah.
I almost forgot. All right.
Took me a second. I was like, yeah.
Like
sometimes there's like things of like, there's internet culture that you feel like you miss.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like, yeah, you thought that was like a meme or something?
Yeah, like press F to pay respects kind of thing. Like C, yes, yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I mean, you should be wearing your jersey, I guess. But maybe we could... God.
Bless you.
Sorry about that. That sounded painful. Do you have a jersey on for this? Or maybe it's like...
Maybe...
I think this could be maybe your jersey is like the... Well, you're wearing the tank top, right?
Yes.
So maybe it's kind of just like over it.
Yeah.
I can slide it on. I can slide it on here.
Oh,
it's definitely just like a little bit of like a vest.
Cool.
Yeah, let's put like... It's like a penny, right? I think it's really tight.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll just slide it on over here. I think that can work. Yeah.
Tight.
Just, it's so cut off.
Yeah, it's very ragged.
All right. Oh, I love getting like way too into design.
It's just it is barely a jersey.
Yeah.
I cut deep into that.
I think like you and Hardwine just like kept cutting deeper and deeper.
I'm sure Mavrus has tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Someone asked us Mavrus have any tattoos. I bet there's like a big dragon on his back.
Oh yeah. I bet they're just like real dumb. Like they clearly are like tattoos you got.
Like, it's like Calvin pissing.
But it's like a rune.
Yeah.
It's like an ancient runic Calvin. It's a spell of warding, but
yeah, it has powers.
Let me see if I could. It's always hard to like throw a jersey on over that.
Yeah, right. There's a lot of layers of glue.
This is feeling good to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add in the kind of like some tribal elements here. There we go. Something like that. And maybe I think it'll mostly be like along at the bottom here, so to kind of like.
Oh, cool! I love it. Oh, that's very cool.
Kind of like two. Yeah.
Nice.
It's vaguely draconic, I think.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
What else do people desire?
We got a lot of bless yous.
Press B to bless.
Yeah, YOLO tattoo. Has a sleeve of unrelated stick and pokes.
Absolutely, just some butterflies.
Mavrus doesn't get heat stroke because he's resistant to fire damage.
Exactly. Nice try.
The second episode of Adam Ruins Everything I wrote that Emily was in came out this past week.
Ooh.
Yeah. Other stuff I'm working on is what someone asked. I hopefully have something I can talk about soon, but I don't know that I can talk about it yet. It's kind of what's going on with me. One of those, can't wait to show you what I'm working on.
Let me see if I can... I think this would maybe just be... I don't want it to be like too overwhelming, so I think maybe it's kind of like popping up. You know what? Oh yeah, it's kind of like a sharp tooth pattern almost on the edge here.
Alright. This Dragon's Momentum Heat Proof. Caldwell, did you
What's up?
This is a tough question. Did you panic when you found out killing Acheron would condemn Bev Senior to Acheron's role in hell?
I did, and that's why I don't know if much of this made it into the edit, but like I paused for a long time, and then I think that like my plan was to kind of try and like delay the process with like putting his head like keeping his head in a suspended state like that, but I don't know how successful that maneuver was yet.
Yeah.
But absolutely panicked. Absolutely don't know if I made the right choice. Yeah, it was just a bad day for Bev.
Yeah, there is no good choice there.
No.
Yeah. A Prius broom in the background.
Oh yeah, wait, did we say that you drove a broom?
I don't remember. They're
so
so
much.
dense. They're
Yeah.
so dense. Wave pattern on the pants.
Wave pattern.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
I think I might try and like.
They look very board short in a very successful way.
Hell yeah! All right, I'm feeling pretty good about this. I might be. What do we think? I might be about ready to. I'll obviously finalize this before I like post it.
Mm-hmm.
But I might be about ready to switch over to Star Spawn.
Hell yeah, that looks good. I mean, this is like really. I'm very happy.
All right. Is everyone happy?
Is everyone happy?
That's really what I need to know. If everyone's ready for Star Spawn.
Are people ready for Star Spawn?
Everybody, who want to see some Star Spawn?
Or Carl, right?
Oh,
People mentioned Carl in the background.
You can definitely draw Carl in the background. Hold on 1 second.
Just looking out his window.
Yeah. Draw him in the background here. This is the building. It's just like what? Carl was also a tiefling.
Yeah.
So I guess he's maybe got like up horns. To contrast.
Oh yeah.
Mavrus. It's just like.
I love it.
Does Carl have like facial hair maybe? He's a little beard.
There you
Yeah,
go.
he's got like a little neck beard. Hold on.
Solid guy. He's just a solid guy. Just a neck beard. That's so funny.
I feel like that's like the best a tiefling could do.
Aggressive roommate energy. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, great work, man. I guess he would also be wearing like a wizard robe,
Yeah.
but it just looks more like a bathrobe too.
Beautiful.
Sick work, Mav.
Awesome. I love it.
He's got like a little like, yeah. I love it. I feel like these always end up, whenever we do these drawings, they always end up just being like scenes.
Yeah, full. Yeah.
Because you gotta incorporate as much as possible. Alright. He's got like a Samwise energy to him.
We must go back to the Shire.
Great
Carl
work, Mr.
loves
Mavrus.
the simple life.
He truly does. He just wants, to make a bunch of pasta for a week. Alright. The window up there. Gotta make sure that the window is accurate. Jeez.
If the sill of this window is incorrect, I'm breaking this computer.
I'm gonna get so much flack online if the sill is not correct.
A bunch of sill heads coming in.
Sillhead's in my DMs, just freaking out. There he is.
Oh, I love bricks.
You gotta suggest some bricks. Oh man, yeah, I'm feeling good about this.
Yes, this is great.
This feels fun. All right, I want to do like maybe just like a couple more. Yeah, that feels nice. This is like I will get distracted like doing
Little
like a little like
swirls.
embellishments and patterns. I think it's to me this is just like something that Mavrus like doodled on his like notebook and then like got somebody in the artificers class
Oh yeah.
to like design for him. But make it look
It's
sick.
I made in the middle of my final. I made this sick drawing, And I didn't finish my final.
All right. Should we do Star Spawn?
Let's do it.
All right. I'll hide that for now. Hell yeah. Okay, so big wormy boy. I think.
Big wormy boy.
Give me that big wormy boy. I feel like it's got to have a leather jacket. For some reason, when I pictured them, they were wearing leather jackets.
Letterman jackets.
Yeah. Because I think number one, I don't want to have to draw like that many wriggling worms. Number two, it's just very funny to picture a Letterman's jacket full of worms.
Worms making the choice to wear a Letterman's jacket.
Coming from another world, another plane.
This jacket is sick. Star Spawn.
Star Spawn. How they go? They got like the little... Like that? That's Letterman.
Is Rin a student? I assumed he was a student.
Yeah, I think so.
It's never really discussed in that much detail, but I assumed he was.
He might be homeschooled.
Yeah.
Because he's a noble.
Yeah.
Home college? I don't think that's homeschooling anymore.
Home college, yeah.
I think at that point it is just you do like college from home.
Study?
Yeah.
Star Spawn.
Star Spawn. You getting a lot of press S for Star Spawn?
Yes, please press S for Star Spawn.
So we got this like rough shape in here, and then just worms. There they go. You asked for it.
Are the worms all tied together like rat prints?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I feel like they're kind of like wrapped in there. You can see like
there's a knot somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I'll put like a little knot in there, a little curled around. I feel like it's like, trying to make a finger, but like not doing the best job.
Yeah.
So maybe there's like one here.
One more finger-ish finger. Yeah. And
then just kind of like, yeah, it's just kind of not doing great.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Nailing it immediately.
Should this one be up? Like it's doing like a thumbs up gesture?
Oh, yeah. It's struggling.
Yeah. Just kind of like...
thumb falling backwards.
It's like that, yeah.
Please forgive me while I look at my phone.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Did we ever figure out what you do for a bird's 15th hatch day?
What I do specifically?
Yeah, or what Shockwave does. What do you do?
Yeah, what did you do?
Tell us about your bird.
Star Spawn reminds me of hunters from Halo. Oh yeah, is that like
Were they also worms?
Those like those big like armored dudes that have the shield. They kind of have like tendrily like bodies underneath that. Yeah.
I only played like multiplayer Halo.
Yeah. That's
sorry, it was only
the campaign.
I was more like a competitive Halo guy. I preferred going over to my friend's house and losing at Halo.
Competing.
But I never had an Xbox growing up, so I didn't.
Halo rules. Freaking love Halo.
I think the sad part about Bohemia is that Halo doesn't exist in it, so Mavrus never got to play Halo.
Oh, tragic. Truly tragic.
Mavrus would be so good at Halo.
Mavrus would try to go pro, but wouldn't be good enough.
Mavrus would throw the controller so hard.
Yeah, he spent an absurd amount of money on controllers. Yeah. This one's fucked. It's not my fault. I didn't die. The controller's messed up.
You put a hex on it.
I'm going home. I'm going home. Do you want me to go home? Like that bargaining chip, like a monster. I will go home.
Don't, Mavrus, don't,
No.
Alright, so I think it's just kind of like...
Ew.
Maybe it's more like... Just really small eyes. Star Spawn.
Not now knowing what the gnome's deal was in the battle, would you have done anything differently?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm trying to think of what exactly happened. Like,
well, she cast invisibility.
Yeah, I mean, like we were onto her pretty quickly. I feel like we got her. You know, like I don't think I would have done. I wonder if it would have affected anything to attack her immediately.
Yeah.
But like knowing that Akarat was there, that probably would have bit us in the ass if we like went for the gnome too hard immediately.
Yeah, because Akarat like would have just like gotten on the throat. We had like really kind of had to. I don't know. We just had our hands so full.
Yeah. That
anything we did like might have come back to bite us.
I was really worried about. Yeah, like when Jake went down there and we just like kind of left him to it by himself, I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
But like, and then I went to switch out with him because I ran out of any good spells. So it just like, we got pretty lucky there. It worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm glad Moonshine got that cool cloak.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's very, very good.
I think I mentioned this on the short rest, but like I just love how Moonshine, like her look has kind of evolved. Like now she's got this like
pretty organically in this.
Like she's still very. Should I pick up? Wait, hold on.
Oh wow.
There we go. Now we're talking.
It feels very like Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
Like, I think maybe your friend is a bunch of worms.
What? Nah. Oh, that's just Jerry.
Pretty sure he's a bunch of worms.
Nah,
I get that he has sunglasses on.
Yeah.
Just aggressively looks like he's not a human being.
Could a bunch of worms do a thumbs up and look so cool? Look, he's going in the pool.
Someone says, give Bev a damn ring of Featherfall so he stops falling to his death.
I have Featherfall. Like, it's just... I have to, like, equip... It's not a reaction. So, like... I should have like cast Featherfall before I climbed up there, but it's like, I think it's an action, so like I don't ever want to like use it if it's like in the heat of battle.
Stuff.
So it's like I would have to have like actively cast Featherfall, and then like, you know, we really needed every hit we could in that situation, I think. Which is again, that kind of goes back to the hard part about being like a spellcaster warrior type.
Yeah, you only have one action, so. Do you have haste?
Yeah, haste is great.
Yeah. It's a great spell.
Yeah, I should have used that more. I think it was just like when we were in the battle with like the anti-paladins and like the Death Knights, like I knew that I needed to just like save up all of those things for smites.
Yeah.
Just because like that's
you do so much damage with that against those type of dudes.
Yeah. So like I barely had anything to use on
This star spawn is my ideal body.
This is peak performance. Gotta add some more like wriggling in here. I think that's the issue.
Yeah.
Just needs to be more wriggling.
Do Mavrus and the Dragon hang? Of course.
Quixis?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
I think Mavrus speaks, Draconic, so he like goes down there and is when he's ditching class and just chills with the dragon. Yeah. That
was my favorite part, like early on when we like first met the dragon, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna speak Draconic to him, and you were just like, Sadu.
What's up, dude?
Wasa, dude, is like such a.
There's like
something really gets me about it.
There's like I feel like there's a bunch of like vines or something where people would say that. Just fully not my invention. But,
no.
You know what's funny is that my monk in our home campaign says "saw dude" a lot, and I was like, that just feels like fun to like bring that back into this.
What is your monk's name?
It's Zjarf O Sea Spray. He's from like kind of a seafaring human like island. And this is Brennan's runs this as well, and he has like a more of a traditional like high fantasy world.
What's the world called?
Errol.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's what I remember. Emily was talking about it.
But it's very fun. We've been doing it for years.
That's so like. Is there like an end game to it, or is he like kind of kept it pretty open?
Like we haven't really progressed that much in the last year, I would say, just because everyone has been playing so much D&D, right. Like, like NADPOD or Dimension 20 or whatever, that like it's been harder to find time to get it, the campaign going. So we're still, I think we're only like a level 11 or 12. Like I think you guys have, or maybe further than we are, level wise.
And I guess like, it seems like in this campaign you'll probably get sidetracked by like finding a way to lift a werewolf curse and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, like there's in our specific campaign, we've like been reacting to a bad thing that happened for a while and like trying to like get our bearings, but like we're very much on the run from like a big evil threat. We're like, we sort of had an airship thing. We
doing an airship thing for a bit.
They took it from us, and then it's just not gone well. But we're kind of. It's funny that it's been that long. Like it's been literally probably over a year where since we lost our airship.
Damn, missed that thing.
It's really upsetting.
Are there any more things we need for the star spawn?
Any
more requests for what we should add to the star spawn?
Baby boys, Featherfall is a reaction.
What? I don't think that's true.
I don't know.
I gotta look that up. Hold on. Featherfall 5E. I'm gonna be really upset if it is. Oh my god, it's a reaction! Why did nobody tell me this? Jesus!
Well, you...
Alright.
Wait, how long does Featherfall last?
I think it's at a minute. I already closed the tab. I was so mad. People gotta tell me these things, or I need to read better. Goodness.
No, I think they need to tell you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind for next time. I feel like that was the one kind of blind spot I had going into like playing D&D is I didn't really even know that, like the reaction spells were a thing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they got introduced like so late. Like the first time I saw one in our campaign was when Ezra the Unkind used Counterspell for the first time.
Oh.
So like
wow.
it wasn't something I was even like considering. But I really should have like. Oh, and it's also because it's not like one of my spell cards. I like picked it up as it's like a magic initiate thing. So I don't have like I never had like the spell information in front of me. That's my excuse. But goodness.
I mean, like I was even confused by doing Counterspell in the battle because I was like, wait, can I still cast? Like I kind of wasn't sure how it worked. And then was kind of deferring to Murph on that.
Oh my gosh!
I'm really glad that it worked out.
Yeah, man, I feel like things would have been different.
Yeah, just never Counterspelled, we'd all be dead. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Who mentioned that?
Sealy T.
Thank you, Sealy T. I'll keep that in mind for the future. That's good to know.
Oh, they said the S should be a worm.
Oh, absolutely. Goodness, that was a close call.
We've just changed the game. Did Bev have Featherfall when he fell off the tower?
No. The reason that I picked Featherfall for my magic initiate was because I fell off the tower.
So it was a reaction to falling off.
Yes. But apparently I didn't read the spell. Bev did not read the spell well enough. But also, I don't know if... there's a chance Murph wouldn't have let me use it in that instance anyway, because it was like, I think that I fell and was unconscious. I think like I fell because I was unconscious, so I don't think I would have gotten to use it as a reaction there.
For sure. Zac and Caldwell, what makes you guys the happiest? I love...
That's a good question.
I love playing some D&D.
I really like D&D.
It's a very nice game that is very fun, where you get to do very cool stuff, and you get to be imaginative and hang out with your buds. Very up my alley.
I like that. I like getting to do these drawings. I also like my dog. And
your dog, my cat, too.
Yeah. What's your cat's name again?
My cat's name is Howdy.
Howdy.
Yeah.
You've told me that before, but every time you tell me, I get like a big smile on my face. I'm just like, Howdy!
Yeah.
Yeah!
He's just a cool little dude who, we got some flowers yesterday. He's smelling the flowers, hanging out.
He's gonna eat those flowers?
Probably eating the flowers.
Nice. Just currently eating those flowers.
Yeah. full.
Do you have a howdy cam?
I do not. I think we know what he's probably doing almost all the time. It's really just a lot of lounging.
That is a good thing about cats. Harry, there's been a squirrel in our front yard space, and she's just been like on high alert for like the past month.
Yeah.
So we'll just we keep like our door closed at night, just so that the AC doesn't get out. So like in the morning, she's just like whining intensely because she wants to go out and like check on the squirrel. She's got to do like her squirrel report.
Aww.
She's so cutie.
Season 5 is going well. We're in the middle of shooting it for Dimension 20. It is very, very wild so far. It is crazy.
In a good way?
In a good way. In every way. It's just wild. It's been very fun.
I can't wait.
It's definitely it's Brennan's a genius, you know. It's like this world is so insane, and I can't wait for people to see it.
I will not say anything. From what I've heard, I think like the first description I heard, I was just like, how will that be a thing?
Yeah.
And apparently he's made it work.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. That's so cool. So we've been going for about an hour and 15 minutes. I think like normally I do like an hour and a half or so. So if anyone has like kind of like final tidbits they'd like for me to include, I'm gonna maybe just draw some pants on this guy.
Oh, nice.
Just kind of got some like khakis. Yeah.
I named my halfling in a campaign Belverly DeVoe.
Belverly DeVoe?
What is that band? Belle Biv DeVoe or something like that? Yeah.
Bon Iver?
Yeah, it's Bon Iver, right? Yeah. That's very good, I think.
I think that's incredible. Thank you. I'm flattered.
Did I quit Facebook again or just think about it? I thought about it. No, I actually have quit Facebook. I am no longer on Facebook.
There you go.
Is there a chance Caldwell will be a guest on Fantasy High Live? Ooh, I don't know. That would be cool. I think it's up to... as a person who has nothing to do with the planning or the logistics of any of it, I'm going to confirm yes.
People ask, like, Caldwell, why aren't you a guest on Dimension 20? And I'm like, it's a great question.
I don't know.
I don't know the answer, but like I would definitely do it. It seems like really fun.
I'm excited. I'm always excited to play Gorgug. Yeah.
What have the live show episodes been about thus far?
We did. They're kind of just continuations of the story in different ways. Like one was like the first day of school of the next year.
Oh, that's fun.
One was Zelda, Gorgug's girlfriend's like birthday, where it was a very fun idea. Like she, she's like a goat person, and they have like a battle lust.
Right.
And it was her birthday was a rager, and we had to fight some party fiends, party fouls. Yeah.
Ha!
It was very fun.
Live shows I feel like are perfect for Dimension 20 or for Fantasy High specifically, just because like it's like just enough time to get like into like big shenanigans.
Yeah. They want to remind you about the S.
Right.
If you have the ability to.
Yeah, hold on. I'll just like make that a little worm there. I'll put the little like gross band-aid that worms have.
Ew.
Ew. What are worms doing? They're so gross.
Yeah, get in the comments, as Fredo would say. Yeah, I mean, it is very funny, like, when people ask you the things you don't have an answer to in that way. Like, I feel like when we did live shows, I ran into a lot of, like, people who, like, a lot of the people who watching Fantasy High live shows are definitely NADPOD fans as well. And they were asking me, like, when are you going to be on NADPOD? And I'm like, I can't really answer that because I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think that helped me get on it, is that me and Murph were walking the floor of this
nice.
Austin of the Rooster Teeth
RTX,
thing.
yeah.
And people asked him in front of me, or asked me in front of Murph, and be like, I don't know, Murph, when am I gonna be?
Okay, so I just gotta like find a situation where people will be sad in front of Brennan.
Yes.
If he says no to me.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
All right.
craft that situation.
I have to parent trap Brennan into getting on
Dimension 20. Crocs? Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Hold on. I was gonna cut it off at the waist, but like now that you've mentioned Crocs, they need to be just spilling out of this thing. Yeah. God damn it. Yes, absolutely.
Sorry, guys.
Don't apologize. That's brilliant. See, this is why it's nice to have the stream, because like they come up with these solutions that I would never have found. I would have never said Crocs. Me, no.
Some really great shoes today.
That is true. Oh, the best thing about Crocs is they can just be like wriggling out of them. Oh, yeah. Ugh. This is a phobia. This is like
tryptophobia or whatever.
This is extreme tryptophobia. Because like I imagine people have a phobia of worms too, and that's a real thing. Where's the? Oh yeah, it's like this thing, and then they go like on the.
They have a little
ankle
like, handle.
Yeah.
Ankle holder.
The foot handle, right? What a shoe. I remember the first time I encountered Crocs, because they were like initially made as a shoe for like water kayak, for like river kayakers.
Oh yeah.
And like I had a friend that like was wearing them, and I'm like, "What are those?" He's like, "Oh, they're Crocs. They're for kayaking." And I was like, "Cool."
And then everyone was like, "Let's wear them around."
Yeah. So what if we just wore these around? Cool.
You look funny. Never had Crocs, but
I wore them in college because I was in a lot of art classes, and I would like wear them. I would wear them just like because my like painting shoes, because they could just get like nasty and covered in paint.
I thought you just weren't gonna explain further.
Oh, because I was an artist.
Okay,
and
sure.
It was like my statement piece.
Wow, these are beautiful.
Thank you.
I used to kayak.
Yeah.
I used to whitewater kayak when I was in high school. Me and some friends did it, and
you tell me you know how to do a wet exit.
Yeah, I can do a hand roll, where you flip yourself back over without a paddle.
Holy shit!
But
it's the ultimate technique. Yeah.
Truly find kayaking so scary. It was a thing that I did because my friends were doing it and was scared the whole time.
It's definitely the sort of thing where like all it takes is one rock.
Yeah. Well, like we would have guides like take us down rivers and like.
Oh my god.
And truly like this is insane. This is so good. And they would be like, all right, so don't go that way because you could drown if you could get sucked under and stuck under the current, you know.
Sure.
And be like, okay. And one particular story was we were going off this rapid that was like one of the most intense ones of the day. And he was like, there's a very specific route. This guy was like telling us what to do. And me and my friends were just listening. And as I was listening, I was like nodding along, like really like listening hard because I didn't want to mess it up. And I didn't realize it, but I was just started floating backwards.
Oh no.
And as I was listening, and I got closer and closer to the edge of like where, the point of no return on like kind of the water, like the rapid. And I got kind of close to it. And then I realized how close it was to it, and I started like oh wait, and paddling really hard, but couldn't, and I just went down backwards over the rapids, but somehow just like hit these like weird rocks in such a way that I just kind of, it was like I skipped the whole thing, like I just slid down weird surfaces like adjacent to like the scary rapids, and just was at the end like like okay.
Oh no,
it was so weird. My friends still talk about the look in my face of like. Going off the rapid backwards, like where they just looked like just full fear in my eyes going off the rapid backwards. Kayaking is scary.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's fun to like eat lunch next to a river.
Yeah, I mean very fun. I love whitewater rafting just with a big raft too.
Oh
That's
man,
very fun.
I mean honestly, the best is like I feel like for me, the first time I did like a lazy river with alcohol. I was just like, what was I doing?
Why did I do anything but
this is
everyone else is working too hard.
Yeah. I'm not gonna drown. There's like no fear of that here.
I could stand up in any of this water.
Yeah.
It's a gentle current. Big Sur, I think, has some good stuff for that if you've ever been there.
I have not. I've only been to Arrowhead, which was very fun.
Big Sur's a little further, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like 4 or 5 hours. I was supposed to go this weekend, but I ended up not being able to per some work stuff.
Oh no,
which is good and bad. But I was there is like a hotel that like is on the water, and you can get a place to drop you off like up the river.
Yeah.
And you just do the lazy river while drinking thing, and it takes you all the way back to your hotel.
That's amazing. Yeah. So you don't even have to like ride in a car in a wet bathing suit.
No.
You're just home. You're just home.
You're just home.
Beautiful.
And there's a sign on the river that says, if you booked a hotel here, you'd be home now.
And it worked.
Yeah.
All right. I'm feeling pretty good about our guy here. About Star Spawn Prime. Gone but not forgotten.
Yeah.
I'm going to add, like, you know what? I think what we need here, the final touch. And then maybe we can kind of, like, we can look back on Mavrus and see if we have any like final tweaks we want to make there. I just want to add in like a couple wriggly lines here.
Wow.
Maybe just like a few like loose ones down here.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
Moonshine and I do still have the Star Spawn in a jar, and like I think Murph is just like looking for any opportunity for us to get rid of him.
It's the Star Spawn. Do you have a Nannerfly still?
No, the Nannerflies got released when we were fighting Queen Ezra.
Oh, right.
They, like, ate Queen Ezra in a very, like, gruesome finish to her.
About that.
There we go. Yeah, let's add in some more, like, wriggles. What does everyone think about the Star Spawn? Is this exactly how you pictured them? Because you're wrong if you didn't. Oh, my God. I love this so much. Let me see if I can get... Oh, yeah. I'm using this, like, nice... kind of like graphite-y brush for these sketches, and it's really paid off.
Caldwell, how often do you check the P.O. box?
Is that a question for someone?
Yeah.
I was planning on checking it today or tomorrow if I have time. I usually try and check it like every 2 to 3 weeks, maybe. I should check it more because it's very full. But actually, I will say the next episode that comes out has a bunch of shout outs for P.O. Box stuff in it. We've just been like super busy and I didn't have a chance. But yeah, I try to check it more. But usually like 2 to 3 weeks is kind of how often. Cool. Did this person send something?
I don't know. They just asked. Cool. Diana V.
Don't worry. Yeah. I didn't miss I don't think we missed any shout outs. It's just like I haven't had a chance to go and check it out. All right, let's take one last look at Mavrus. We can get them both on here. There he is.
Wow.
There's our guy. There's our guy. What do you think? Is there anything else that you want to add before we finish up here?
I think he looks great. I don't have any. He's got the frisbee holster. He's got his holster. Staff of power. The Stussy S staff of power. That is so funny.
Try and make it like
what a great observation.
Oh my gosh. You can try and make it even more like Stussy S if you wanted to, or even like put one like buried in here.
In the crystal.
Actually, yeah, I'll put one like right up at the top here. Let me see if I can remember how to do it. The 3,
yeah,
and then the 3 more, and then connect. There we go. Yep, awesome. Perfect.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. He's got his little like jersey here. I gotta make this frisbee holder bigger. What was I thinking?
Yeah.
This is disc golf, baby. It's a great course.
The Prius broom, I forget what the Prius broom is referencing.
Is it? I think Carl had a Prius broom, and that was how because he was driving Balnor, because Balnor got too drunk on Bud Heavies. So absolutely, he's got the Prius broom. You can see it kind of like in the background here.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, he'll be holding it. He's like, "Oh, I got my broom. I'll take Balnor." She's got a big P right there. That's how you know.
It's a hybrid.
It's a broom / mop.
Oh, thank you, Tri Chocobo. They like some of my college humor sketches.
They're very good.
Very, very fun to make some sketches.
Yeah. They should also check out your sketches with what's your
Three Princes is this, my improv / sketch group that is me and my friends Jacob Wysocki and Devin Field.
Mm-hmm.
2 other very funny dudes, and we have some sketches online. If you YouTube Three Princes, you should find them.
Watch my personal favorite is the kites one.
Oh yes, that was truly a sketch that I pitched at College Humor in my heyday, like in sort of one of my last days there. That's like we have no reason to make this, but I think it's a funny idea.
Yeah.
And then kept it.
That was like your. Just like I'm keeping this one.
Yeah, like
this one's for me. I love that sketch so much. It's so like, it builds perfectly in the best way. That one and the cookout one, the burger one.
Oh yes, yeah. It's just a cacophony of obnoxious noise. And,
it's extremely good.
Yeah, Ryan Martin directed all of them. Who,
nice.
Was a director at College Humor, and now recently just directed. I think like half of this show, the Astronomy Club, which is a sketch show from a New York-based group that I think they shot in LA, but they're like did UCB New York and had a team there, and they have a show on Netflix.
That's awesome. Is that out now?
I think he literally just directed them, so it's going to be a little while.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yes, I love Technically Emil as well. Yeah. What's my favorite Dropout show you are not on? I don't think. Well, I mean, I'm in it once, but I don't really feel like it counts. But Total Forgiveness is really, really amazing. It's very fun to watch it.
I'm excited for a thing that we filmed together.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I can. I don't know if I should talk about it yet, but
yes.
There's a thing that we filmed together that's going to be coming out, I think in December, that I'm very excited for.
Cool.
Nobody, I guess because I'm like technically like a contracted employee, like nobody tells me what I'm supposed to say or not say, so I always default to just keeping it a secret. But yeah, we got something fun coming up, that should be pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was very fun. Without giving anything away, very fun.
Yeah. I think actually, I'm going to be reviewing that episode soon, so I'm excited to see.
Spoiler alert. Fun.
Let me just add in some, like, flashing bits here. You gotta have flashing bits to show that it's magic.
Yes, of course.
All right. Well, I think that is about all we have time for.
Favorite anime?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think the one that I like, it's probably... The ones that I'm watching now-ish, I just caught up on Attack on Titan, which is very, very crazy and fun. I love One Punch Man.
Yeah. I didn't watch the second season.
I love Naruto. Oh, there's a second season to that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think it's out.
Daddy likey. Sorry that I said daddy likey.
It's okay. You're talking about anime.
Yeah.
Listen.
Of course.
Who among us has not gotten a little excited when talking about anime?
Yeah.
I've heard that Demon Slayer is the new shit.
Cool.
That I need to check out. But yeah. Oh, those are some good animes.
Yeah. Love Naruto.
Hell yeah.
It's great.
Just you like him.
His spirit. It's so powerful.
I just love that my friend Naruto.
He just doesn't quit, you know.
Dude just goes for it.
Grew up on Dragon Ball Z.
Absolutely.
Very formative.
Yeah, I think that's another thing that I really like about Dungeons and Dragons is you really can like just live out these like childhood fantasies of doing anime shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like anime and wizard shit.
You're just playing anime.
And no one can stop you. All right. I think that is all we have time for. That's our boy Mavrus. Here's our star spawn.
Oh.
A real treat, a real treasure. I feel like I spent more time on like this like weird counterspell shield than I did on like actually drawing Mavrus.
Well, I mean, it looks really cool.
All right. Well, that's what's.
Yeah.
If it looks cool, then I did a good job.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for watching. Watch Mob Psycho. It's very good.
Psycho.
It's a good recommendation.
Favorite video game and why it's Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Yes, that's correct.
Okay, great. We got that one out of the way. Thanks so much, y'all. I'm going to stop the recording, but this has been a treat. See you next time.
Bye.
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 I don't know where the chat is.
Bye.
Got it.